fan base, the players, the people working for the organization, they think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Sabonis. Thompson is out there with Johnson. Then it's Anthony. And it's Vandeweghe in at the 4.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Thompson. They really needed more from him in that loss to Golden State. The pass to Vandeweghe. Rocket 6. Lets it go from the wing. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. And as we get this far into the season, Clark, we start to hear trade rumors float around. Did you ever hear your name floated in trade talks?
You know, I didn't pay a lot of attention to news reports or the media. I would only occasionally read the paper, but there was a year, my second year in the league, where my name came up with Philadelphia possibly, but it was short-lived and I didn't give it a lot of time or attention.
Now here's Johnson. Alonzo Mourning unable to get his shot to go. There's a screen. Shot's good by Vandeweghe. Vandeweghe's got 5 now.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
Now here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Rockets in Houston. Mourning kicks to Paul. Back to Mourning. Over Anthony. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one's on Anthony. The Spurs shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line. Well, you hear a lot of disparaging, hating remarks directed towards jump shooting teams, but the Mavericks make no apologies. I mean, that's their game offensively, and that's their story, and they're sticking to it.
And you look at the numbers, whether it's three-pointers or mid-range shots, spot up or pull-up, you name it. If it's a jumper, Dallas will live off it.
And you know what, Kevin? If the NBA game was played more like a game of horse, they would be a powerhouse. And, you know, with their defensive scheme clogging the paint, they dare opponents to get into a shoot-it-out with them because they feel like they win that game most times.
And here is Johnson. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. On the wing, Thompson. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at them. Show them you can shoot from outside all night long.
Now, here's Paul. He had 22 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Here's Vandeweghe after the basket by San Antonio. And Thompson kicks to Sabonis. Johnson, the pass to Vandeweghe. Over Mourning, and Mourning sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Here's Johnson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Golden State. It doesn't go for him. Leonard against Anthony. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I think he's going to have to be more cautious on defense. He can't afford to pick up a 3rd foul here in the first quarter.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Boozer's checked in. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard kicks to Mourning. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Johnson outside. Boozer with the screen for Johnson. Leonard with the steal. To the middle. Kicks it out to Paul. Mourning a screen on Johnson. Here's Paul. Johnson with the block. 4 on the shot clock. Another shot. Mavericks with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? Much love to him because the energy was there. But the execution fell just a little short. Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Wasted no time on that one. Vanderweer's got 7 points. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Green. Mourning with the screen. Leonard with no one around. Traps in the tray. He's got 6.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection.
I want to talk about those incredibly soft suction cup hands there, not only to make the catch, but to lay it in, too.
Ball against Johnson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one. Mavericks trail by 3. It's Thompson off the drive, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Green against Thompson. Johnson dishes to Boozer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shots good by Vanderweer.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
They set the pick. Paul kicks to Bradley. Pass to Green. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Paul kicks to Leonard. Passes to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
And it's blocked by Bradley. Leonard, that's for 2. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Screen by Boozer. And Thompson kicks to Johnson. Off the screen. That one, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
Mavericks trailed by 3.
And, you know, Rick Carlisle was the 70th pick of the '84 draft by the Boston Celtics, and he's the head coach of the Mavericks now, but he also had a 5-year playing career.
And San Antonio has possession following the score by Dallas. Tipped away. Paul passes to Bradley. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Bradley's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Thompson. Second shot opportunity, and that's going to be a travel. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Mavericks.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Spurs leading by 3. Here's the screen. Johnson, the pass to Issel. Goes up to the stripe. McDyess. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Covington. Nash outside. Lets it go from deep, and Robert Covington gets the 3. Covington's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off.
Here's Nash after the basket by San Antonio. 1:56 left in the first quarter. There's the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
McDyess a screen. Collison inside, defended by Nash. Nash with the block. They get it back. McDyess a screen. Johnson kicks to Collison. There's the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Collison showing good concentration there. Never took his eyes off the target.
Ryder, then the pass to Nash. There's a screen. Layup off the pick. And he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle too.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. San Antonio leading. McDyess a screen. Johnson dishes to McDyess. The feed to Collison. Johnson outside. Spurs working the ball around now. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Here's Vandeweghe. Here's Heaton. Rebounded by McDyess.
Looked like he rushed the layup to me. I mean, the defense was late on contesting that one.
The Mavericks pull it in. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Vandeweghe. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Covington's got his second basket of the night.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for San Antonio. What didn't he? Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a chance to catch up on. Mavericks trailed by 4. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Collison. McDyess is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Johnson, and it's Issel in at the 5.
Yeah, and last season, Tobias Harris spent a fair amount of it coming off the bench as a reserve, kind of transitioned to that role midway through the season. And I'll tell you what, he took it well. Actually increased his scoring and production.
Anthony kicks it over to Nash. Shoots off the screen. Rejected by Collison.
Tell you what, that's something you don't see every day. Collison rejecting a shot.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Issel. He kicks it to Harris. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Collison. And the foul called on Antonio McDyess. That's his first foul. Mavericks trail by 6. Nash, the pass to Ryder. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And thinking about how Harris plays off the bench last season, he was able to do more while playing in fewer minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at Harris's game, he seems well suited to come off the bench, can score in a multitude of ways and create for himself. And no matter what role he plays in, he finds ways to produce. And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Here's Johnson. Banked in off the glass. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Covington dishes to Nash. Kicks it to Covington. Feeds it to Anthony. Over McDyess. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Johnson the screen. Harris a screen on Nash. Now Collison. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And the shot goes in. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead. There's the pass to Ryder. Outside Anthony. Here's Ryder. He's guarded by Johnson. Nash outside. No good on that one.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Warnings checked in for McDyess. Leonard comes in for Harris. And it's Paul in for Darren Collison. Johnson, the pass to Eaton. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
That's exactly how you want to play it defensively, Kevin. I mean, getting a hand up to distract and bother the shooter. Not easy to stop somebody this deep inside.
Mourning kicks to Leonard. Dishes to Paul. Fires the three. The rebound by Johnson. Mavericks trailed by 7. He feeds it to Carmelo. Eaton the pass to Boozer. Some nice passing here by Dallas to end the drought. And Anthony is good for 3. Anthony's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Outside Leonard. Warning with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Clark, you've been a member of this booth and many others for quite some time. I've always wondered, how did you make the jump into broadcasting?
Well, you know what? I've always enjoyed the game, Kevin, been a student of the game, and have enjoyed reading and playing with words. So when my basketball playing career ended prematurely back in 1987, I got a chance to do Pacers radio, and from there fell in love with this new career and wanted to excel at it. And I've been at it now for over 30 years and hope to have a few more left in front of me.
And so Thompson nails both of them. San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Paul kicks to Mourning. Back to Paul. Over Johnson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Mavericks trail by 3. Thompson outside. Pass to Sabonis. Anthony against Leonard. Anthony, the pass to Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Paul against Johnson. Over Paul. Dallas again missing. Spurs leading by 3. Leonard on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Leonard with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Johnson outside. Screen by Boozer. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? They get it again. Knocks it loose. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony. And Kawhi Leonard, the only player other than Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be an all-star starter. Greg win the Defensive Player of the Year and win a Finals MVP award.
And Kevin, I think it's fair to say that's some lofty company to be in. You're worried with the retirement of Tim Duncan. Would the Spurs go through a lull? And they found another two-way superstar to kind of build their team around, much in the same in terms of mannerisms as a Tim Duncan.
Sabonis kicks to Anthony. The dish to Johnson. There's the pick. Here's Vandeweghe. Mourning with some nice D.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Mourning's got 9 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
For Dallas, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Green inside the three-point line. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Johnson, the pass to Sabonis. From 13, that is good, and the Spurs lead is cut back down to single digits after the bucket is good from Carmelo Anthony.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
A 3 from Leonard, the rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The putback, Vandeweghe. Great positioning on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Green dishes to Bradley. Leonard against Anthony. Leonard kicks to Bradley. Paul outside. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter. Johnson, the pass to Thompson. There's a good screen. Here's Vandeweghe. Off target from outside.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Clark, you played with so many players throughout your terrific career. What was the one trait that you found made a player easy to play with on the floor?
Well, I think it starts with skill and ability, and everybody has that in the NBA.
One shot,
but attitude and demeanor, unselfishness is kind of where I'm headed there. Desire to do what's needed and to recognize strengths and weaknesses. And then the other piece was this personality, a real joy in playing the game. And those things, to me, always lent themselves to being a good teammate.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Ryder, good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Mourning dishes to Harris. Back to Mourning. Pass to Collison. Harris setting the pick for Collison. Here's Mourning, and Mourning throws it down.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
The Spurs making a switch here. McDyess is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Covington's checked in. Sabonis kicks it over to Nash. There's the pick. Again, the Mavericks score.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
McDyess, a screen. Collison against Nash. Outside Collison. From deep, Green. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Goes back up. Here's Sabonis. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Sabonis has got his first bucket of the night. Left side Collison. Over Nash. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's San Antonio. They lead by 11. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the...
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, what did Coach Popovich ask out of you today?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket, just shooting a high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And that'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
A time-lapse view of the Friendship Torch and all the activity around it as we take you back here to downtown San Antonio. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive. Picked up a number.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Anthony. Johnson is out there with Thompson. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 spot. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Mavericks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws.
Boy, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's Paul. The feed to Leonard. Spurs working the ball around now. Bradley kicks to Paul. And here's Leonard from three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Thompson passes to Johnson. Back to Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at San Antonio. They've managed to crawl down to the 9th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Dallas Mavericks, 6 games out.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
And it's blocked by Bradley. Green dishes to Paul. From 11 feet away, it's good. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
Tries to save it. San Antonio leading by 11. At the elbow, Green. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. He has 7.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Johnson kicks to Anthony. Here's Vandeweghe. He's guarded by Mourning. Got it despite fading back a bit.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Leonard against Anthony. Outside, Green. Out left to the wing. 6 to shoot. Mourning with the screen. Here's Leonard. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Leonard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs. Dallas calls timeout. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yep, and that's not a winning performance. I mean, you got to tighten up the defense moving forward if you're going to get some W's.
Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those 3 guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Thompson. San Antonio's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Outside Bradley. Johnson left side. Mourning with the screen. Takes the 3. Johnson's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 12. Anthony, the pass to Johnson. Here's Eaton. Thompson outside. Pass to Carmelo. Over Leonard. Anthony can't hit.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Johnson kicks to Mourning. Ball right side. Johnson with the block. Here's Vandeweghe. 17 points in the game. Johnson, the pass to Vandeweghe. Dallas moving it around. Thompson against Johnson. Here's Vandeweghe, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Boozer, he's checked in for Dallas. Spurs leading by 12. Bradley is screen on Johnson. Paul against Johnson, and here's Leonard from 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Anthony against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for the Mavericks.
It's pretty telling when you look at the shots they're missing from mid-range. Just not shooting a high enough percentage there, and it's hurting them. A lot of those misses have been heavily defended or with a high degree of difficulty. They need to take it inside, draw the contact, or get an easier look.
Johnson kicks to Boozer. Back to Johnson. Screen by Boozer. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. He kicks it to Paul. He dishes it to Johnson. Feeds it to Bradley. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And there was no effort on behalf of the defense. None. I mean, the shooter has to be upset with himself for missing that shot.
The 3 from Anthony. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
The pass to Issel. Kicks it to Paul. Dishes to Bradley. Paul outside. Over Johnson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's 9 points for Chris Paul.
How sweet was that? Honey sweet. Paul with great form.
A different look now for San Antonio. Antonio McDyess, he's checked in for Bradley. Harris comes in for Leonard. And it's Collison in for Chris Paul. And Dallas also making a switch. Nash is checked in for Dennis Johnson. Here's Anthony. Kept alive. Here's Heaton. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
McDyess, a screen. Collison kicks to Johnson. That shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Nash with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Pass to Nash. Thompson right side. Over Johnson. Thompson misses. San Antonio leading by 14. Lets it go from 14.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
Well, you could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Robert Covington comes in for Boozer, and Ryder subbed in for Thompson. Here's Issel at falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 3 assists tonight. Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Here's the screen. Nash against Collison. And here's Nash. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anthony. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Ryder, then the pass to Nash. The dish to Covington. Lets it go from 11. Another shot. Pass to Ryder. He feeds it to Nash. And the foul called on Antonio McDyess. That's his third foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Green's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Sabonis is checked in. Collison against Nash. And there's the feed to Covington. Deep two from Anthony. Off the left rim and out.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now. And with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Back to Green. The tray. Eaton grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Dallas moving the ball around. Sabonis kicks to Anthony. Count it. Anthony's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Collison against Nash. They set the pick. Collison, the pass to Issel. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 4th assist in this one. Covington dishes to Carmelo. To the right side. Near the three-point line, it's Nash. And another basket for Dallas.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Harris misses.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today, no doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
Covington wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Spurs leading by 10.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
Turn around Jay. And he can't bank that one in. Deep two from Anthony. And another basket for Dallas.
Anthony's pull-up shot is lethal, guys. Exceptional at shooting while in rhythm.
Here's Issel. It's tipped. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Got to have a presence in the lane, remember.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play getting started. San Antonio leading by 8. The defensive tandem of Green and Leonard outside. Then there's Mourning. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Issel in at the 4 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Mavericks trail by 9. Johnson kicks to Anthony. Thompson outside. Johnson outside. They set the pick. It's deflected. They retain possession. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Here's Mourning. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Vandeweghe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Johnson, the pass to Thompson. Sabonis kicks to Anthony. Johnson outside. Clock is at 3. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Mourning a screen on Johnson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Dennis Johnson. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Bradley's checked in for the Spurs. Green against Thompson. Pass to Leonard. Over Anthony. Here's Mourning. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
Johnson outside. And there's the pass to Vandeweghe. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Mourning a screen on Anthony. Now, here is Mourning. He's covered closely.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Green, the screen. And here's Leonard from 3. Another miss by Leonard. Mavericks trail by 6. Outside Anthony. On the wing, Thompson. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is, playing to his strengths.
Paul kicks to Bradley. Picked off in midair. He's feeling it. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Thompson.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Paul kicks to Leonard. Mourning a screen on Johnson. Paul dishes to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Mavericks trail by 3. Anthony left side. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
And it's Leonard missing.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Shoots off the step back, and it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Here's Vandeweghe. He's guarded by Mourning. Shot clock at 5. Over Leonard. Dallas again missing.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Anthony with the block. Here's Johnson. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 10 points for Johnson. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
He kicks it to Carmelo. The 11-footer. Jump shot is good that time. Anthony's got 13 points in the second half.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hands.
And the wide open shot from Green. And he's good on the 3-ball. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Sinks the triple. Anthony's got 7 points for the quarter.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Bradley is screen on Johnson. Green, the screen. Paul, right side. Outside, Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Anthony with the block.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Green passes to Mourning. Back to Green. Mourning a screen on Johnson. Here's Paul. Out of hand on it. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Mavericks leading by 3. Johnson kicks to Thompson. Here's Vandeweghe. He's guarded by Mourning. Vandeweghe misses. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Defensively, you can't back off him that much, and you don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Johnson the screen. Thompson with it. Now Green defending. And Thompson kicks to Johnson. Here's Sabonis, guarded by Bradley. They get it back. Basket good. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Paul left side. Mourning with the screen. A shot by Paul, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Hey, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Shot off the pick. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
He dishes it to Mourning. Johnson with the block. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
That's good from Johnson. Spurs trail by 7. Paul kicks to Bradley. Outside, Green. Feeds to Mourning. Will it go? It's deflected. Thompson outside. The shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Paul dishes to Bradley. Thompson against Green. Kicks to Mourning. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's the screen.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Shoots from 12. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Dallas leading by 7. Anthony, the pass to Johnson. Here's Vandeweghe. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Leonard sets a screen for Paul. Bradley is screen on Anthony. Leonard kicks to Mourning. Up and in from the low block. Mourning's got 25 points. The Mavericks shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Dishes it to Anthony. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
Paul dishes to Leonard. Pass to Mourning. Fires from 14. He's off on that one.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Passes to Vandeweghe. Over Mourning. Shot's good by Vandeweghe.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 9. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
I agree with you. Time is not on their side, but that's really their only hope, so I'm sure that's what they'll try to do.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Collison, the pass to Johnson. McDyess kicks to Johnson. Fires the 3. Eaton grabs the miss. And so it's Dallas with it. Nash outside. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for